This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Here comes the offense on first down. Using his legs, it's Achuk. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooners! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. The Sooner schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't, you know, don't fall over in your seats.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line now.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the offense on second down. Rides to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football, But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Running back searching for a hole. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Working that left side now. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. On to attempt to try. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll call for the fair catch here. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, looking again to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alchuk. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, just wear you out.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Here we go. On second down, he'll let it fly. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Calls his own number. He breaks a tackle. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, he took off and went and got it. Quarterback made the read quickly. You could tell he wanted to take off with the football. And how dangerous is he that he just started shooing up yards and running away from the defense. Nice run by the quarterback.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 16 over Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Small game, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
To the air. It's Lagway. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And then this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw on that last play.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
On the move. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
After the run, now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Third and goal from way back there. To the air, it's Lagway. Skips away from pressure. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And he does everything he can